Mama, guess what we learned in school today? We learned all about a great American patriot named Johnny Appleseed.
Who?
Johnny Appleseed. He done planted apple trees all across these United States.
My son, I don't know nothing about no Johnny Appleseed, but I'll tell you about a real patriot, and hand me a beer and my guitar. One night a man had a fight with his wife, then hopped on a bus to start a new life. But first he grabbed his drill and a hole saw bit, then rode off to Laredo on a one-way ticket. And just like that, the legend began of a traveling man who was more than a man. He was a man of the people, and one for them too. And everyone knew his name, and now you will too. Johnny GloryholeSeed. He cuts through the walls that divide us. Johnny GloryholeSeed. He knows we have goodness inside us. Well, Johnny sat down in that bus station stall, and he cinched up his bit, and he sized up the wall, and the drill met the metal with a terrible squeal, till the night manager walked in and said,
What's going on here?
Well, Johnny turned to him with a big old grin and said,
Buddy, I had this idea. You want in?
Mama, what was the use of that hole that he did?
Junior, you're a dim-witted dunce of a kid. It was obvious that hole had been put in its place for man to suck man without seeing his face. Now listen.
A man can stand on that side of the wall and put his pecker through the hole right here's it.
Sounds good.
And the man on this side can sit on the shitter or kneel like he's praying to Jesus.
You don't say.
And when he sees that cock hanging out of the wall, well, with that, he can do as he pleases.
You're making a lot of sense.
He'll stiff it, or stroke it, or lovingly kiss it.
That's right.
He'd do things wives would do if they wasn't so frigid, or scared of a man's power and curious needs. And the best parts of the wall, they really can't see. If a man's ugly, or if a man's small, if he's got halitosis or shriveled up balls, here at the hole, guys are all just the same. So why complicate sex with faces and names? Johnny GloryholeSeed. He cuts through the walls that divide us. Johnny GloryholeSeed. He knows we have goodness inside us.
Well, how about that?
The night manager cried, and he called in his staff to come to his side to admire this hole that Johnny had wrought. But the cashier from Sparrow had a horrible thought.
Put up the mints, he don't know what it's for.
And on cue a dick came right through the hole. And suddenly, standing all around the staff, men in low-pulled hats who were dressed without flash. One sat down and tugged in the pud, and everyone yelled,
Let Johnny go first. What the hell?
But Johnny just laughed and said,
I gotta move on. These holes don't drill themselves.
And someone yelled,
Wait, do you have any tape? I'm cutting my shaft on this jagged metal.
And Johnny turned with a look I'll never forget and said,
Blood just makes sex more wet. Johnny GloryholeSeed. He cuts through the walls that divide us. Johnny GloryholeSeed. He knows we have goodness inside us.